my cookies. Okay, so I was thinking it's a really hot day today, so we wanted something a bit more cooling. So I'm going to do a pasta with pesto, salmon and asparagus. Okay, so what you need is 2 fillets of salmon. Now, I've poached these. You can buy these poached in any supermarket. I'm just going to pop them in the fridge for us, just so that it's not the fridge. There's something that I'm missing, and I know I am. There we go. Okay, I knew I forgot something. Some cheese. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to actually make the basil pesto from scratch. So what we've got at the moment is we've got our asparagus tips, the salmon that you saw, 1 lemon, very controversial, but I like lemon in my pesto. You need about 150 ml of olive oil. I've just done shy of 200. Basil. Now I said 80 grams. I did a whole plant and it still didn't get to 80 grams. So that's what we've got. We've got a whole plant in there. Okay, we've got some garlic to go in with that and some garlic butter in our pan. We've got our pan that's hot, that's going. Okay, so you need 2 cloves of garlic. Now this garlic, I've done in a pan and I've just roasted it off just a tiny bit, just so that it gives it a little bit of flavour, so you're not getting like a really raw garlic flavour in there. 50 grams of pine nuts, and then we've got around 50 grams of cheese. This is Parmesan cheese or Parmigiano, either one, how you like to say it. Now, I made my own pasta. So this works out about, when you're having fresh pasta that you've made, it works out about 100 grams per person. If you're using dry pasta like from the supermarkets, for 2 people I'd say between 130 to 160, depending how much pasta you like to eat. So let's pop that over there. But I do like fresh pasta, but sometimes you just have to buy the store-bought stuff. Okay, so we're going to bring this over here. I'm going to put my lemon in. Now I'm not putting the juice, I'm just putting the zest in it. And then what I do with the lemon that I've zested is I use it for teas and stuff like that. And it's really nice. That's all I drink when I'm abroad, is lemon teas, because I can never quite get tea right. So, especially in America. Sorry Americans, but herbal tea's fine, but normal tea. Coffee's great though. Coffee's lovely. Okay, so put your pine nuts in. Put your cheese in. And put your garlic in. It's going to come out. Put that over there. Oh, there's still more garlic in there. Hiding. It goes a different texture as well when you cook it. When you actually cook it like that, it gets a different texture to it. It gets more, not sticky, shall I say, but it does kind of like to clunk together. Okay, so make sure that you actually have it turned on. I turn it off when I'm not using it, only because if by any chance there is a malfunction or something, you don't get your hands chopped off or food spilling everywhere all over. Okay, so I'm going to add a tiny bit of oil in first. I'm just going to stop a second. I'm going to put a tiny bit of pepper in. I say a tiny bit, but this meal takes ages to do, so Okay, so we're going to do that and a tiny bit of salt, just to give it a bit of flavour. Okay, so that is the pesto done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn our pan on now, just so that we can get that going. So, this way. I always keep my jug nearby, so that even if it's still got a little bit of olive oil at the bottom, but it's a good place to put your pesto back in, because obviously you're not then using everything. So put that there. So you can see it's a lovely texture, a lovely colour as well. I mean, it would have gone a bit more greener if I had put a bit more pesto in it, but sometimes I find if you put too much pesto in it, it gets like a really bitter flavour to it. It's not really what I would like, but I don't think anyone would like that, really, to be honest. Okay, so we were talking about our new kitchen yesterday, me and Gary, and we were saying that when we actually have it done, you'll actually see us going to the sink and stuff like that, because at the moment, the sink and stuff, it's just like, mate, it's just manic. It's not a nice sink. Not that we're not dirty or anything, but it just is old-fashioned. It just doesn't look very good. Okay, so there we go. So there's the pesto done. It's up to you whether you want to put it in the fridge or not. I don't put mine in the fridge because otherwise it all solidifies and then you end up having to sort it out anyway. So there's our butter on. We'll put our garlic in. Because Gary's sniffing. So we're going to pop in our asparagus. Now our asparagus I cut at I broke it at the breaking point, and then what I did is I halved the tips. They go a little bit further and it looks a little bit nicer than having big clunky asparagus in your thing. So I'm just going to quickly fry this off and then we'll be back. See you in a bit. Okay, so with my asparagus, I like my asparagus a little bit with a bite. So I'm going to take mine out now. But if you want it soft, you can have it softer. But when you take it off as well, it does cook for a little bit longer. So just pop that in there. Okay, so keep that like that because we're going to use that in a little bit. And then we're going to pop our pasta in. Now, if you have got supermarket pasta, just follow the instructions. I think they normally take about 12 minutes to do pasta. But try and get a good pasta, like one that's got like drum wheat in it. Drum wheat is fantastic. I'm seeing a lot now actually. They've actually imported a lot more from Italy and stuff like that. So you'll probably see more Italian brand names, like what me and Gary, when we went to Italy, what we would bring back. They're the brands. So have a look because they are quite good and they have got a different taste to it rather than what we've got over here. Okay, so this isn't going to take long. This is probably going to take about a couple of minutes, 6 minutes maximum. Not even that. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll come back once this is done and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so rule of thumb is always add pasta to sauce. So while your pasta's doing, just taste the pesto and see if it needs any more salt or anything like that. Mine needed a tiny bit of salt and a tiny bit more pepper. So I've done that and it tastes really nice now. Okay, so we are going to take our pasta off. I'm just going to bring it over. And then I'm going to bring our salmon over as well. Okay, so I've got my bowls. My pasta's going in. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this down just to a lower heat, only because I don't want my nice pasta to burn. Okay, it may not look like it's going all into the pasta, but it will do. It just takes a bit of time. Okay, so we're going to crumble in our salmon. Now, I just literally cook my salmon when I'm poaching it. If I'm putting it in anything like this, I literally just cook it so that it doesn't go overdone once it goes in the pan. So I cooked mine for about 5 minutes and then I left it on a plate for another 5 to cool down, and then it looked like this, which was quite nice. Okay, I'm going to put our asparagus in. I'm just going to quickly wash my hands. And take these away. Okay, so I'm going to get another spoon. I'm just going to literally pop everything in. That wasn't what I was meant to be doing. Okay, so bring it over. I'm just going to make sure everything's turned off. Okay, so make sure you're getting a fair amount on each plate. Now I'm part of a pasta community, and when I asked how much pasta, they said 200. So I did a little bit under, and it's still quite a lot of pasta. Okay, put that there. Put just a tiny bit more of that on. That one. Okay, and there you go, my coquettes. There is your salmon and pesto pasta. Now, I really enjoy doing these videos, so please like, please share, and we'll see you in the next video. And on YouTube, please like, please share. Thank you very much. Bye!